Welcome to the Communications and Promotion training video. We're excited to share some great tips for getting the word out about your new breakfast programs. So far, you have learned about developing your school breakfast expansion team, thinking through logistical decisions, and how to best utilize your SBET in taking these decisions from plan to action. Now that you're almost ready to launch your new breakfast program in the fall, we want to share with you some successful ways other schools have communicated the new breakfast program changes to school staff, teachers, administration, and parents, and how they've promoted the new breakfast program to students. Communicating your new breakfast program changes to everyone is key to success. We have seen that schools that focus on communicating strategically to all the stakeholders at the school have had the biggest increases in participation the earliest on. I'll share some great strategies for this communication next. It is best to communicate the breakfast program changes before the first day of school. This can be done at staff trainings, teacher meetings, student orientation, parent or registration nights. Put together a brief outline of what you'd like to communicate, such as the new time and location of breakfast, and anything additional. For example, if you're trying Second Chance Breakfast, make sure to let people know your plans for this. Some examples of this communication could be that you are offering the breakfast between first and second hour or block, and students are expected to be on time to second hour or block. Let teachers know that they can opt into or out of allowing eating in the classroom as students finish their Second Chance Breakfast. But teachers are expected to communicate this to the students. Having a door hanger like the one pictured here on classrooms indicating eating breakfast is allowed is a nice idea to help students recognize easily which classrooms they can bring their breakfast to. A template of this door hanger design can be obtained by contacting your extension liaison and can be printed at most local printing shops. Make sure to ask teachers and staff for questions and feedback, as they will appreciate the chance to weigh in. Also, remember to share that all 12 of the Project Breakfast schools that have started a Grab and Go or Second Chance Breakfast have not had any complaints about extra garbage or mess in the hallways or classrooms, or students arriving late or being disruptive during or after Second Chance Breakfast. Next, you'll hear from Neil Schendel, Assistant Principal at Wilmer Senior High School, about their strategies to communicate the new breakfast program and the success related to the new program.
In the first part of the year in August, the middle of August, when we have our students pick up their schedules, food service was there in the cafeteria where this was explained that their son or daughter would have an opportunity to participate in the breakfast program. When we first started, I explained stuff to our host staff and explained to them what we were going to try, and they've been excellent. We even have staff that participate in the breakfast program too, grab something and go, but they've been very, very good, allowing the kids to maybe eat something at their desk while they're doing math or whatever the subject matter may be. With the 2 carts and everything, there's sometimes when the bell rings, the kids have about 7 minutes in between blocks, 6 to 7 minutes. So they got to hustle to get there. I have not had a single teacher complain about kids standing in line, getting maybe a couple breakfast items and stuff like that, being late to their class. We have not had any complaints about the mess or littering in their classroom. It's been very positive.
You heard from Neil about communicating early and making sure to communicate to teachers to get them on board with the program. He expressed how positive this has been since he took the time to communicate early on and to everyone. When putting together your plan for communicating the new breakfast program, consider using a memo like the one pictured here. This memo gives a brief overview of the breakfast program changes, why staff and teachers should support these changes, and a look at student data from your school to help staff and teachers see why you're offering a second option, and why staff and teachers are key in encouraging students to eat breakfast. Ask your extension liaison for a template of this memo to personalize with your school's specific information. On your first day of offering the new breakfast program, make sure to have an announcement and possibly revisit the changes in any staff or teacher meetings that may be on that day. After you're up and running, it's a very good idea to keep the momentum of communication. Try daily announcements for the first week, and then maybe one announcement per week for the months following. Many schools have had skits or promotional announcements at assemblies in the first part of the year, as another way to reach everyone at once. Some schools use Twitter for school-related communications, and this is another place to tell students about the new breakfast options. Letters or postcards home to parents is also effective because parents can remind their student to eat breakfast at school and are often appreciative of this option on busy mornings. Promoting your new breakfast program goes hand in hand with communicating the changes. Add a promotional element to your communication strategies by offering some breakfast items to sample at teacher or staff trainings while you announce the new program. Several schools had the breakfast cart with samples of breakfast items available on parent or registration night before school started. This is a great way to highlight the new program and get the information to students and parents in a creative and memorable way. Having a student group develop and perform a skit at orientation or an assembly can be a great way to have the students speaking to students in a way that they think will be effective. In the next few slides, you'll see more strategies that have been highly successful at our first 12 schools. Several schools decided to offer a free breakfast to all or some of the students as a promotional strategy. Giving the students a chance to see what is available for breakfast is key to getting them to try it on a regular basis. After not being hungry in the morning, the second most reported barrier to eating breakfast among students in the breakfast study was school breakfast tastes bad. Dispel this myth by letting them try it for free to see how good it tastes and how easy it is to get. The schools in the study that tried this approach saw incredible increases in participation immediately following the free breakfast day, compared to slower increases at schools that did not try this approach. To pay for the free breakfasts, you can use grant money and incorporate this strategy into your budget. Taste testing or sampling is another great way to get students on board with breakfast offered at your school. Give them a chance to weigh in on what you offer by sampling potential new menu items. Vendors are often happy to provide a free case or two of items to sample for free as a good faith gesture to keep your business. Along with taste testing, try surveying students about your current breakfast menu options. Student council or another student group could manage this through homerooms or in the lunchroom. This will continue to give students input into the menu items available and will help you see when something is consistently not a favorite so you can stop offering it and try something new. Again, assemblies are a great way to get the word out about your new program to everyone at once. Pictured here is Bemidji High School Lumberjack mascot with a group of marketing students promoting the new breakfast program at a school assembly. Directly following this assembly was when Bemidji offered free breakfast to every student. After going through 1,200 free breakfasts on this day, Bemidji increased breakfast participation from 100 to 500 per day and has now risen to over 800 breakfasts each day. Involving students and alumni in your promotional strategies is key. As you've heard throughout this training, who knows students better than students? Some schools have had students give the morning announcements about breakfast. Many times they include a mini health or academic related benefit to breakfast in the announcement. Remember too, when involving students, be sure to gather a good mix of students who can reach across all areas of the school, like athletes, student council, members of school clubs such as religiously affiliated clubs, art club, math or science club, marketing or business clubs. In the next slide, you'll see an example of a promotion from an alumni at Lincoln High School in Thief River Falls. Food Service Director Rhonda Amundsen reached out to alumni Brittany Haviland, who lives in New York City and is the executive producer of the Today Show. Rhonda asked Brittany to promote a healthy breakfast to the students at Lincoln High School for National Breakfast Week.
Okay, truth be told, I wake up really early, so I already had a protein bar at like 3 a.m. But my second breakfast happens in the Today Show Orange Room. It's an English muffin with peanut butter. I already snuck a little bite there, so sorry I couldn't wait.
Using your local newspaper or radio can be a great way to get the word out about your new breakfast program to the community, including parents and students. Contact your local media outlets well in advance to let them know you want to promote exciting changes to the school breakfast program and try to get on air or in the newspaper within the first week of school. Schools have also used homecoming festivities to promote the new breakfast option with a float in the parade and handing out free breakfast coupons. Involving the whole community helps gain even more support and helps capture the attention of those who you may have missed with other strategies. A video from Community Blueprint has also been provided. This will give you even more ideas about marketing and promoting your new breakfast program. For professional marketing materials, consider purchasing items from Community Blueprint. A list of services and materials provided by them can be obtained from Amy Shanafelt. Making sure you have a good plan in place will ensure you cover all areas of communicating and promoting your new breakfast program. Communicate and promote early and often. If you don't tell them about it, they won't try it. And if you don't inform teachers and staff early on with an option for feedback, they may not support the program, which could trickle down to students not trying it. This concludes our training video for communicating and promoting your new breakfast program. If you're interested in learning more about any of the strategies listed here, ask your Extension Liaison, who can connect you with the food service directors who have tried and succeeded at these strategies. Best of luck, and remember to always reach out to your Extension Liaison or Project Breakfast staff if you need more support or have any questions.